Alright guys, we're back with yet another Bleach Brave Souls video. This is your boy the Deathsmasher here, and I sadly have to take all the positive notes that I left on my previous video in regards to the new PARASOL RUKIA that is dropping. Unfortunately, this character actually has some serious flaws which could potentially hurt the character in various game modes, and I'm talking about mainly Guild Quest and Limit Breaker Quest. And the reason why is because, well, her SA2, rather than being considered a ranged attack, it's considered a melee attack. And this is bad because, okay, Rukia has sharpshooter, so technically speaking, for when it comes to actual Sinkamon stages where enemies have resistances, you can get by it just fine. But what's a bigger issue has to pretty much be in both Limit Breaker Quest and in Guild Quest. If we go ahead and take a look into Guild Quest right now, the upcoming GQ rotations, we are going to be getting ranged Arankar and ranged Captain quite soon. And if we go ahead and take a look at who the final boss is, keep in mind, every time we get a brand new character, whether it's as an end of the month character or a mid-month character, they always change the final boss in regards to the new character's typing advantage. So in this case, the final boss is going to be Tesla. And look at this. Melee attack resistance and melee attack damage halved. Now the melee attack resistance isn't even a problem, but the melee damage being halved is a big concern for this Rukia right here, because let's say you do around 10k damage. Rather than doing 10k damage, you do 5k, which is a big hit. It really is a big hit. It's going to impact her performance, which is sad. And the character also has one of the best skills that you could possibly ask for between Frenzy +2, 80% SP boost, Rampage. It's bad. It's terrible. Like, no. And what's even worse is that the character was mainly designed for Limit Breaker Quest, because if we go ahead and take a look at her skills again, right? She also has, for example, Power Attribute Strong Attack Recharge of 20%, meaning that once you move into the quest areas, she's going to get her strong attacks back faster, and it's going to help out support other power characters. And to make things even better, having Rampage skill makes it very easy to build up. You can go from 2% to 100% damage in no time, because all it takes is killing 50 enemy mobs. And because Limit Breaker Quest literally gives you maps full of enemies, it's very easy to build it up. And guess what? Limit Breaker Quest 2 does rules where they actually boost ranged attack, killer effect, and typing advantage. So in this kind of case, you don't even want to use Rukia. You actually want to use the likes of 8th Anniversary Ichigo. He doesn't have killer, but at least he's going to be a power character and actually has range damage. And once again, it's going to nerf the SA2. It's going to nerf it. Like, there's nothing that is going to buff that SA2. And there's also one more issue right here, which, by the way, shoutouts to Adam Nieto for pointing it out. I swear to God, if it weren't for him right now, I wouldn't even be making this video, because I never noticed this when actually watching the gameplay. But her SA2 has a fucking 40-second cooldown, not including the strong attack recharge soul trait that she has. It's literally 40 seconds, and normally you see that kind of cooldown on characters that can boost, have barriers. On heal attacks, it's never the case, because it's around 30 seconds without the cooldown reduction. Like, if you go ahead and look at the other characters, right? Just to give you guys an idea, we'll just go ahead and grab a character that can heal and does nothing. No barrier, no boost, nothing. Okay, just heals on the second strong attack, which we're gonna look for a character that can actually do so. So, in this kind of case in particular, let's grab this Machine Society Izuru right here, because I'm pretty certain he doesn't boost, he doesn't give out barriers, nothing of that kind of sort. Lilinet as well. I know she can heal on the second strong attack. And Gin, there we go. That's a good example right here. Gin. Okay. Here is Izuru. So he only heals on the SA2, doesn't give out boost, doesn't give out barriers. And if you look at the actual strong attack kit, yeah, the cooldown time is 30 seconds, not 40. That's because he doesn't have anything else added onto it. And then Lilinet right here, same exact thing. 30 seconds. Gin, same exact thing. like 30 seconds. And the only time units that can heal ever get a 40-second cooldown time is because they either get boost or even barriers added onto the actual character. And one of the bigger examples has to pretty much be Momo, Yoruichi. Who else, bro? There's just so many characters, man. I swear to God. Orihime. All of these characters have a 40-second cooldown time, and it's because they also give out barriers or boosts. Again, Momo, she gives out barriers, and her cooldown time is 40 seconds, and that's justified. Here, Yoruichi, she boosts, but she does heal on the SA2. Once again, cooldown time is 40 seconds. And then Orihime, she gives out barriers, just like Momo, and once again, the cooldown time is 40 seconds. That's bad. That's bad. I'm sorry, but that's just bad. And this is the first time that we're getting it on in the month character. Like, we had this happen before with Halloween Toshiro, having the SA3 being classified as a melee attack rather than a ranged attack, and on top of it being a mid-month character, he was mainly meant for Guild Quest, so like, they had to postpone the banner just to get that fixed. And I'm hoping that the same thing is going to happen for this banner right here in particular, because we cannot have a character that has flaws. Like, okay, I can pretty much state my case with Keen, but besides not being strong, this guy doesn't have any type of flaws for what he's meant to do in particular. Like, there's nothing that just makes him a broken mess, nothing. You can still use him, he's still gonna be usable in most difficult content. He's okay, it's just that he needed stronger skills like 80% SP boost, but that's just a nitpick of mine. In this case, again, you cannot have melee attacks on ranged characters, or you cannot have ranged attacks on melee characters. They either need to be one type only, and that's it. So lads, let me just say this. Let's say they do not postpone the banner, and they release it as is. Boycott this banner and boycott Rukia's individual banner. We cannot have this game give us broken characters that have flaws in how they play with what the content is making them be used for. We cannot have that. If this banner comes out the way it is, do not summon for the main banner. Do not summon for Rukia's individual banner. Do not make this banner sell. It shouldn't even be a thing. Let this banner rot and make it be one of the worst grossing banners that we've ever gotten in BBS period, just because of this actual flaw right here. Do not summon. Do not summon. I don't care what you guys say. If she's your favorite character, do not summon, because if we summon, this is actually gonna get Caleb to repeat the same mistakes, and we'll just get even more broken mess of characters. Like, if you guys want to summon, only do so for Ikaku's individual banner and Gin's individual banner, since right now they don't have anything wrong with how they're structured and everything else. Like, they're fine. And heck, they even buffed Ikaku's individual banner. They removed Baragon for this past Aizen, which is lovely. He's still really good. But yeah, do not summon. I'm not going to bother breaking down the banners again. It just, no. We can't have this kind of movement at all. Like, what is this? No. Don't summon. Don't summon. Don't be Bakas. Don't summon. And if you guys have a problem with that, I don't know, just get yourself a PS5 and play 19 inches of Venom or some shit. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace out, boys. Bye. Sayonara.